Hello, my name is Karks82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Doing a little bit of work on this little build over here. I have added another layer. I think we're up to 21 billion storage power. I have gone ahead and replaced the steel tank with a palladium tank, and we've gone from like 20 million millibuckets to 663 million, and eventually we are gonna replace this with neutronium because I don't know, there's no other reason to. I just think it's kind of funny. So yeah, that is what I have done, and it didn't really take that much palladium anyway. 1000. I was just curious if the output rate was different depending on the tank you used. But alright, so there is that. I do need to get a couple more things done. I do remember, I was pretty sure I tried the valves on this level and it didn't work. But I may try them again when I redo this. I need a couple more of these fluid pipes, which I may actually want to switch them out, because they are going to have to be replaced with these bigger ones when I upgrade this. When I upgrade this turbine to a large one. We are back, and I've gone ahead, crafted up 100 of these. I don't know how many I'm actually going to need in the final build, because there's quite a few blocks that you can do like hatches and stuff on. So I don't know. I just crafted up 100 to make sure that is right. So we got the robust things, we got the reinforced glass, we got the pipe casings, and the pressure things, which didn't take long, but they were a bit of a pain. I don't have this fully automated. I don't have this recipe fully automated, so I kind of have to do it manually. But I don't craft it up enough to really worry about it. Alright, so the only thing I'm not fully sure if I have... Oh, I need another input hatch. Alright, there we go. So I'm gonna we need an input hatch for the distilled water, output hatch for the steam. I don't know if that's gonna be big enough. We'll see. I'm thinking if we are outputting steam fully, like, it doesn't fill up. It's only 13,000. So I'm thinking that might be big enough, but we'll see. And then the input and output for the hot and cold coolant. That is basically it. I do have about 6 billion EU per tick. I have most of the base turned off, because I'm trying to save on EU for the moment, because we're breaking this down and redoing it. So I gotta wait for those to turn off, and then we will break these down and replace them with this large or extreme heat exchanger, and hopefully we can get this working. I did test it in there we go, they're turning off. Alright, I did test it in the overworld in creative mode just to make sure it works the way I assumed it did. And plus it helps me figure out how the multi-blocks actually put together. Alright, so we'll put that in there, that in there, that in there. Ah, we do have hatches for distilled water. I'll use that. And that's the output hatch. I totally forgot I actually had... I was going to be getting hatches from here. That's done. We'll have to figure out the distilled water, and we'll have to figure out the coolant. Alright, I'm going to place some of this right here. Alright, so we'll do output hatch for the steam, input hatch. I could actually do a second output hatch for the supercritical. We're not going to be making it, but I can always do one. And then input and output for coolant. All right, I'm just making a bit of room. We can put that away. Away. Okay, so that one's that. Don't know if I'm actually going to need multiple output hatches. I may. But for when we first get this, we'll just do the one. Alright. So we're not going to need the regulators on the coolant, because we're just going to pipe it in as fast as we can. I think I'm going to... We'll do... This is where it's going to go. And the coolant, the cold coolant goes in, or the hot coolant goes in there. So let's do this. So this is hot coolant. I wish this wouldn't disappear so quickly. And this is cold coolant back here. Alright, so I decided we'll do HV coolant. Output. And input. Alright, so there is that. So I'm thinking... One, this is going to have to go, because... that is not high enough. Alright, I did craft up a whole bunch of hastaloy as well. So let's do, I don't know, 30 of that. Like I said, just because we're not producing power, but our battery's still full, so the base is going to run, but it won't run forever. Alright. Now, we don't need any super fancy pipes. I mean, this does 40,000. We're only going to be producing about 4,000 per second. So, these tiny hastaloy pipes are plenty for the coolant. Alright. So there is that. This can go. I just broke that accidentally. Whoops. That can go. I guess we'll move this. I'm going to... Just because it's so annoying, the debuff you get, I'm going to do this and just break it. If you shift-click it, empties it out. Okay, so... I'll go in there. The distilled water has to go in one of these. I guess we could just do it in the one right behind the... Do it in the one right behind the, oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? Actually, maybe one back. Right, so that will be the distilled water. Put the tank there. Export. And there we go. There is the distilled water. I do like having a buffer. So we'll do this. And I may actually... Yeah. We'll do down. Oops. Now, I don't know if this is going to do enough distilled water. I may have to upgrade the distillation tower that's producing the distilled water at this part. Alright, cool. I could also do fluid output. I don't think we actually need a pump on it anymore. Since we upgraded, now when we originally did it, it didn't have an auto output, but now, since we upgraded, the pack does. Okay, so there's that. Now, we just need to start putting in the rest of this. Alright, so let's do that. I don't think there's going to be anything else on the... Not going to be anything else on the bottom level. So I'll just fill all these in. And we'll be good. We might not even have enough robust K-seeds. Maybe 100 isn't enough. Alright. And then... Let's double check. Yeah, we're definitely going to need more. Okay, so that's how tall it is. And then Goes along there. So it's relatively... The actual structure itself is relatively easy to figure out. Right, so I need 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 24, I need 22, but there are a couple hatches on top. So where do we want? I guess we could do... I'm just thinking, where do we want to put this? Also, I have a maintenance hatch. I will throw it on the back. Oh, actually, that needs to be... Okay, so I guess we'll do... That will be steam, and I guess we'll do... When we ever get to it. I don't think we're going to get supercritical steam until we do plasma. Because we're going to have to... I would have to craft up 3 more of those. I don't... Maybe we will. But we're working on the fusion reactor anyway, so... Okay, so I said 24... 22... 21, 19, 18. So I need about... I already forgot what I was saying. 24 minus 5. I need 19 more. Robust. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, let's get those going. Hopefully... Should be good. Okay. So let's place these down. We'll just do... that. Now, let's start putting the inside. So the first one is robust, and then we alternate. Yeah, I'm actually going to... do this. Let me just double check that is correct. Yeah. Okay, so there is those, and then these go in between. This is a cool multi-block. I don't know. I think this is pretty cool. A lot more fun than the regular heat exchangers. Those are just same old rectangle kind of block. And then down here. Yeah. Now, I actually hadn't planned on putting it right there. I think I do want it... I mean, it kind of fits right there. I don't think that's where I want it, though. Let's do... that. How do we want to? I may place it there. And then... Oh, I just realized we'll have these. Okay, we don't need to have these central, actually. I'll have those off to the side. Because if I want the coolant to come out here and come across, those are going to be in the way. Okay, did we get those? Yes. All right, cool. Now, I think that's everything. It doesn't require a whole lot of stuff. Come on, form. No, why aren't you forming? Alright, that formed. Like, that is correct. I did something underneath, maybe? Have I got everything? Yep, that's correct. Oh, there we go. It formed. It might have just taken a second to sort itself out. I do remember having to place this maintenance hatch on the top or the bottom because it has to go in. I'm pretty sure it has to go. It can't be on the end. It has to be on one of the... Maybe it doesn't. I thought it had to be on one of those, but maybe it's... that? Come on! You know you want to form. I may need to... break it and replace it. I'm pretty sure I had it on top. And it formed. Yeah, there we go, it formed. But the maintenance hatch didn't... Here, let's place it back again. And see if that... There we go. Alright. So I'm not gonna stress about this too much. It works there. Alright, and then we'll do this. Now I'm like, yeah, maybe I want to move that. I'll probably still mess around with this and see where... if I want to move pipes around and stuff and see... like, I could even... maybe go underneath with the coolant. I don't know. We'll see. Go into there. Alright. Nope. We just finished this, and then I think we're good. I just need to connect the steam steam pipes. Ah. I do wish you could place these and have it do the arrow at the same time. Maybe like when you're placing them. Okay, so cold coolant out there into the tank. Hot coolant into there. We got our distilled water. Let's just make sure this has no problems. It actually doesn't. Yeah, I may actually just... Let me upgrade our thing. I probably have an IV dynamo somewhere. Yeah. I'll just do... I'll just replace this. Better to do it when it's... our nuclear reactors aren't running. Alright, now we're gonna switch this out. And hopefully that... still on. Yeah, alright. Right, so I need melodic. Actually, we'll do... that. Alright, cool. So, that is on. Now this should produce water. Yeah, that's 4 ticks. It is producing distilled water every 4 ticks, so we should be good there. And then... yeah, I think we are ready. Let me connect the valve. I'll figure out. I guess it'll just go right there. I think we should be good. May need bigger. May need a bigger thing than I have, but I think we should be good with just one. If I want to... could even go in the top. What I want to do? I mean, it kind of... I don't know. It's just all about... I just like seeing the pipes and stuff. We could output... you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Change of plan. I want it right in the middle. That's what we're going to do. We'll go in the middle. So let me, let me fix this and do a backup, and then we will fire up our nuclear reactors and check this out. Okay, just did a backup, got that attached on top. One last thing I want to do is lock this. So superheated, oh, it's right up here. Right, so superheated steam in that one. Supercritical steam in this one. I just don't want... I don't want this to, like, the steam to end up in there and then void it, as opposed to going to... that one. Okay, so I think we're good. Don't know for sure, but we have a decent backlog of... I haven't actually turned this one on either. I'm assuming I put everything in there correctly. Alright, there we go. It is running. Now, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this to make sure we are not voiding any steam. But there we go. There is our superheated steam. So I'm going to let that fill up a little bit and then turn them on. I don't know if this has a... Yeah, it does have an efficiency. I mean, I think we're... Right, I'm gonna get these back on, and I actually need to... Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna have to do more math as well, because I just increased the amount of steam we're producing. We have 3 nuclear reactors now. So I am gonna have to do more math, but I'm not gonna bore you with that. I've done this quite a few times now. But our power gen is just, it's just so important. That, yeah, trying to get your, all your power gen and stuff is just, it's such an important part of GregTech New Horizons that I can't really help spending so much time on it, upgrading it, and fixing everything. Alright, so just need to keep an eye on the coolant, make sure we are not voiding anything. That is empty. We should be good. So we're producing for about 4,000. This is... These pipes aren't big enough. Alright, so there we go. Those pipes aren't big enough to handle as much steam as we are outputting. I could probably do 2. Or I could... I'm going to turn those off. I could do 2 outputs maybe, because you can do multiple outputs. Or I could just increase the size to the huge ones, which I think I'm going to do. Because that does 960,000. Alright, but yeah, I'm just going to kind of fiddle with that stuff. Do more math, figure out how many turbines we need, how much we're producing, upgrade these turbines to the better tritium ones. But yeah, that's going to take me a little bit of time to figure that out. But yeah, so that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.